By the end of today's episode, you'll know how to tell exactly when you're ready to sign with an agent and how to avoid jumping the gun too soon. Welcome to the Actor's Career Compass, where we help aspiring screen actors find high-quality auditions, sign with great agents, and book major roles in legit productions. I'm your host, Martin Benson, and today I'll be covering why signing too early with an agent can actually slow your acting career, some signs that you are truly ready for an agent, many actors skip these, and what to do before seeking representation so that agents actually want to sign with you. And let's say good agents, because there are some agents that are terrible or scammers and they'll sign you no matter what, but then they don't get you any auditions and they just charge you a bunch of money, right? We don't want that. So first off, the fact is you don't need an agent to get started in acting. If you rush into it too soon, you could actually burn bridges or get really discouraged before your career even starts. There's this common myth that actors believe, especially new actors who are getting started, is if I had an agent, I'd finally start booking. It feels true, right? But the fact is that agents aren't magic. Their job is basically to pitch you and submit you for auditions. And many actors who have agents still feel just as stuck as they did before getting signed because sure, your agent can submit you, but it's up to the casting director whether they want to actually say, yes, I'm okay with this actor recording an audition. The agent doesn't just send you auditions. They submit you, and then the casting director says, hey, I like this submission. Sure, you're allowed to audition, right? So basically what happens is some actors will sign, but they're not actually ready for an agent. And sure, you get signed, but because you don't have the materials in place or the experience that's needed, the agent is submitting you, but all the casting directors are like, no, I don't care about this person. And so you never get any auditions. Even though you have an agent who's constantly submitting you, you still don't get auditions. It's very common. Or if you do get auditions, there's a possibility that you mess up on those auditions. And when that happens, the casting director is way less likely to bring you back for another audition because they're like, wow, this actor did a really bad job. I don't want to see them again for a long time. And so then the casting director loses faith in you. They don't send you auditions anymore. The agent loses faith in you and they slowly start submitting you for fewer things. And you even lose faith in yourself because now you're getting fewer auditions and you're not really hearing much from your agent. And then you just start to feel down on yourself, like, I don't know what's going on. Why is nothing moving forward? And you can even get dropped. Your agent or manager might drop you and decide not to represent you anymore. And that could cause problems because then, that's a bridge that's burnt for you. And now you don't have that agent as someone who might represent you in the future. Okay? Many actors who sign too soon, they do start thinking like, maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe my acting isn't strong at all. And they start to feel stuck and embarrassed to reach out, whether to other agents or reps, or reaching out to friends or other people who might be able to give them feedback because they're just like, I don't know, I feel really awkward. I don't know if people want to talk to me. And this definitely happens, especially if they get dropped. So then they might need to do a complete new rebrand or something and get new headshots and focus on a completely different character type and change lots of stuff to kind of undo that sort of thing. So what are agents actually looking for? Again, what are good agents actually looking for? Well, number one, they are looking for a clear brand, right? So when someone looks at your profile, do they see something unique and different and get a strong feeling of characters that you can play? So not just, oh, hey, it's another white guy or something, right? Do you communicate a particular aesthetic? Okay, so you can try to reach out to agents, but if you start not hearing back, or if you're starting to see as you're submitting yourself more and more, nobody's responding, yeah, I'm getting some auditions, but I'm never booking them or whatever, then that's kind of indication that it's time to start testing a different brand or aesthetic. You also need solid materials, right? So that means you need a professional headshot, something that shows that you take your career seriously. You need a pretty decent looking resume that's got it's formatted properly and it has credits on it. And you should have some sort of reel that at least shows you in a few different types of scenes. Again, if possible, these things should be all in alignment with whatever brand or aesthetic you put together. But at the beginning, if you already have something, you may not necessarily need to do that right away until you start getting feedback from the industry and you see whether it's working or not. If it's not working, then yes, go back, figure out a different brand, and reshoot some of these things so you can focus on something different. Another thing that a lot of agents are looking for is what's called proof of momentum, right? So do you have some short film credits? Like how many credits do you have? I usually say at minimum you need 3 to 5. Ideally more than that is better. You should also be getting some recent callbacks and bookings, and of course some auditions, and you want solid training. So if you don't have any like actual training, you could have great technique and have amazing clips and stuff, but if they don't see any training, it does make some agents leery, like, oh, I'm not sure, like, should I trust this person if they haven't trained with anybody, right? So training is another good thing. Many actors unfortunately try to skip this prep work and they start to chase reps and submit and reach out before they build a strong foundation. And again, that can lead to getting scammed. Remember that if you're not getting auditions by yourself, right? Let's say that you're submitting yourself a lot, but you're never getting any auditions where someone reaches out and says, hey, I like your submission, please record these lines as a self-tape and send it to me. If you're not hearing back like that, that means that you're unlikely to also get signed. And if you're getting auditions, but you're not booking them, you're also unlikely to get signed. Once you're auditioning multiple times a month, ideally at least once a week, so 3 to 4 times a month is sort of like the minimum, and you're booking things at least once every month or once every 2 months, that means you're in a much stronger place, and that will signal to agents that you're more likely to be a good client that can book things, right? And so therefore, you're going to be much more likely to get a meeting with them. You're ready for an agent when you're already booking some work on your own, okay? Whether those are student films, indie projects, commercials, whatever. All of that shows initiative, and it gives agents something to build on and knowledge that you actually know somewhat what you're doing. The best agents basically just want to add fuel to a fire that's already burning. They don't want to have to light the match themselves and try to get things going, because that's usually a lot harder. So what is your job right now? Get that fire started, right? So start to build some credits, start to sharpen your reel, and create a strong profile. If you're still struggling to get auditions or bookings, but you know that your acting is on point and your profile is strong, then I recommend consider testing a new brand or aesthetic. If you want help becoming agent ready and then starting to actually reach out, I'd love to chat with you. You can book a free discovery call with me, and I'll walk you through a personalized game plan that can help you attract legitimate reps. We'll talk about what things are missing and what would make the most sense for you to start focusing on to be able to essentially be taken way more seriously by reps when you start reaching out. You don't want to waste too much time or burn yourself out and feel down, okay? It's possible, you can definitely get there. Let's make sure that you're ready to get some agents. Just visit martinbenson.com. That's MartinBensen, martinbenson.com. I'd love to speak with you, and we'll see if you'd be a good fit for my coaching program. Thanks so much, and I'll see you soon.